Hi, my name is Jose Valle with Silicon Valley Debug. Like a lot of people right now, the first of the month has been overwhelming. My family has been impacted by the shelter-in-place government order, making it impossible to cover the rent. I'm a father and a husband. My wife's job is non-essential. She can't work from home and file for unemployment. This cuts our income in half. Together, we have a family and rent a one-bedroom apartment, because it is literally impossible to rent a larger home with San Jose's high rent rates. Like many parents right now, my wife is schooling my son at home. Common resources like cleaning supplies, groceries, toilet paper seem to be harder to get. Much of our income has been going to stocking up, buying masks, gloves, all of which is out of our budget. And with all of us at home, our income seems to be running thinner. Like everyone in our city, my wife is not choosing to stay at home. And although it is a safety precaution, I definitely don't want her catching the virus. But she has been ordered by the government to stay at home, restricting her from our livelihood. On April 1st, as scary as it was, we exercised our limited rights by the rent moratorium and notified the landlord. I say limited rights because the moratorium does not have protections from back pay, which may lead us in debt. But for that same reason, and because this is a government order, we're also on a rent strike, calling for our local, state, and federal government to fill the holes in a way that the rent moratorium does not. Simply put, if we can't work, how are we expected to pay rent? How can we expect to get out of debt or be forced to be evicted at some point because of back pay rent? And we have no real promise as to when there'll be a control on this virus or when the shelter in place will be over. The whole world seems to be going upside down right now. We're not asking for handouts. We're not freeloaders. We're hard workers. But housing and the ability to work is a human right. When the government restricts us from supporting our family and our home, there should be relief in the form of rent cancellation, so that not just our family, but everyone who is impacted, including the formerly incarcerated with criminal records who usually work jobs that can't be done at home and are non-essential. There's also a lot of undocumented people who will not receive a stimulus check. The moratorium currently, as it's written, does not protect us from debt, homelessness, and possibly the worst economic crash this country has ever seen.